abusia mame ma wadwo na me na wase se ene nyankopon asan hu ye mobo na wacha ye nkwa na me no mienu ya san hia ewo kasafidie eso midin do Okatakyie Obeng mensa eye ma honhoho a eye manigye pii se duru memene da bia ye no hia na mpani se ye koye nim te toti no na no ma bebre ewrewrem na ka se start dwumadi na onwotwe pepepe na so mpani si hunfo doso a uye ni nyina eno nti no na chese esisi etimi efiti ase eye sabre we sei eti no nwotwe no abo apa ho eye sema aduasa Medo Ghana Saturdays edition enene onyankopon ahu ye mobo a mede sa dwumadie we ede esomwo etimi da wase se waje bre a woni yete ewo Kingdom 107.7 FM kasafidie so Kingdom 107.7 FM kasafidie eso ena Kingdom networks across Ghana yenyina na yakabomu a ene anwumre yede sa adwumadie we sei ede ebrewo midin ede Okatakyie Obeng mensa na sede ene emre no edi kan kono eti sede de bia ye no na de straight forward ye be move na yakoyenim na ensem ahodo a igupon so a ye ba bedi ho nkomo no yetimi de abrewo unim se Medo Ghana de ye hia se ya ye dwendwen Ghana fo ho ye dwendwen oman puntuo ne nkankro enam se enoma ekoyi anam no mienu ebe timi ediye eti ye do omo adwen mu do ena ba dwumadie so that we have a fruitful conversation to shape the destiny of this country na Ghana etimi abaye krabehwe enti as usual ene me wo opani ba ko anadwen mu do papa onimode wono ena ye NPP secretary ewo eye Adenta abato empesua eso in the person of Onmunyanfo Ebenezer Duku a chese ono ewo ye nchen anwumre ya ye no edi dwumadie sanso ena me wo Owura George W Nash ono so eye national communication team member edema the National Democratic Congress sampanifo mienu ena nanwumre omo wa ha ye no mo edi dwumadie na yenimse na wotwe mu enoma bebre ena asisi eye Yeramartin Amidu nensem no abaye topic a chese Ghana hadie eno a nti betra se na ahwe nsem no minim se wonim se Ghana oman enye ye nyina the number 1 contribution ama Ghana edu ba bia dui eye corruption our leaders corruption ade de 10 Ghana cedis eye near the 1000 aye ade de 20 Ghana eye near the 2000 aye yet Ghana kroma efre bi kickbacks chese the contract mawa eje se osan tue sikama party all these things and in the wisdom of his excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo what the special prosecutor at the buy ne tintintiete nyina se na wotwe mu Yeramartin Amidu se onye safe enti chese dwuma no waye den wajai said ye nyina yenim no o se wajai eno ene nsem ahodo a anwumre yesin kunwa ye ba be di ho nkomo nyankopon hiraw se waje bre we are live on Facebook our Kingdom 107.7 FM Kingdom 107.7 FM our Facebook join your honor share video no medical catchers ye yenua George W Nash National Communication Team member NDC ena Onmunyanfo Ebenezer Duku National Communication Team member NPP secretary awo Adenta noblemen mpanifo mienu eno anwumre ye no mo ba be din komo secretary
yes boss
no mo afinhia pa
afinko meto eminia
meji se ho ye
pa
ya da asese to nsa front so bai
that's it
Yera Nash meji se ho ye
wo fa Nash
nyame mu
please me se ho ye
se o nyame mu
ti nyame ama ho ye me das se amamuo de etese oba o untie me Nash amamuo te se oba me metime hu oba me se ne ho fe uhu na ne ho nye den entie no de o ka obi ani ho no obekwa
de time
but ende ye wo wani de ye obi time no eye de ye o time na ye obi fe
de time
ena me che se accept it said ye wo so for what ase ensono enti ade e time no ye wo wani enti sa na amamuo na de so afi what ase
sa pepe eno ana okan
sa na tie Yera Duku we dey ebre no conti straight ahead Omampani Akufo-Addo ekan opposition say oman kanka ba ko corruption.
Yeah.
Into special prosecutor. Me komechi bebre yenim ba bi fra
Sure.
ya ba bedru. We are surprised. Say Martin Amidu say adwuma no enya de a obeye biem. But my men sign now so we are live on Facebook on Kingdom 107.7 FM. Your Facebook live our Kingdom 107.7 FM. Obo Kingdom no now the 107.7 FM na so na any enter dwumadi eso. Now the comments no ato with time no ya beje bre na ya kenkan. Secretary.
Yes, boss.
10 minutes.
O question no say Nanado.
Sure.
I can solve fight corruption.
Sure.
I believe perfectly say the na edan eni so. Eda so dan eni so say corruption ebeye ade a nka Ghana for especially people in office such that the ombe bia no be ade be bo man no. Nanado in person, as he would always say I am not corrupt. I will never be corrupted. Na dio ye nyina etre se sa edibie no ne sa posture no ne ade a oda so ye. Enu nti no oka in the 2016 manifesto say oba obe appoint a special prosecutor. Obe make sure say uya ade a enye in the course of the OEBR no, the law will take its course. Or shame no who say, "Oh, I could be to Papa Martin Amidu." And that Martin's idea you may I pinsoi, but I am not surprised.
Okay.
Not at all, because knowing who Martin is, no, now say we should have been a bit cautious. That is one. Secondly, the events surrounding his resignations, you know, and it tells us, say, Onuan Kasano, I believe he was not prepared for the job, and as a Jumano Ebron also. In the sense, you have told us in one of the letters now, Okatakyie said, there is a certain man who is government official one. Over a question to answer about an Airbus kickback of about $5 million. Nipano unimno. Waboni di. But when Timi and Kashi and Sheno and Fadi wakoyano. But you are quick to tell us, say, Ayonwa. But only in Shiai. Only in Shiai. Also, on to me and friend. Including the impo ever to a year day. I dare about it and then I say, repeating yourself because me anyone him say government official one, John Mahama.
And no more politicians now, Mokan Yama in yes, you know.
And then kind from the US courts to the UK courts and other courts in Europe, HSA, government official one was John Mahama. So that is a fact we all know. John Nash.
Omo afedi bi anhye no anza GO1
na
Nash
GO1
Nash but say oka de oka here me no benya problem not any dey pass because all cano me so me can be so at them channel say and I want to okay yeah be when say to aso
I say asema me cano enye Nash de
it's me crown say oka ma ka chen say ya ma obi adi. It is on all case and again say Mampani Mahama. Some politicians na mukikasa. But me ma trend say obi a din show. Enti
Kadamiti to aso.
Say you educate.
Nash bin to aso. Mitimi ko so.
But we say the time no time ni ho me ntwa de kase. Enti yango.
Say na make no. It is common knowledge say government official one and John Mahama.
Okay.
So repeating yourself doesn't make a difference. What the Ejapa issues ebeka ho say nunti na okoye investigations, risk assessments. But you and I know say risk assessment no enye ade a obetimi dey indict you be. It is no basis to take a criminal action against anybody. Nash knows that. And you know, it was just expressing a view on what the Japan deal is. Presidents are on your corrupt, are on your obia what you're corrupting it. You be son say, have you ever been corrupt? Obeka say, yes, I have never been corrupt. Bisa say, whether as a human being or as a politician or as John Mahama. No. Okay, say the issue or the deal should go back to court. And also, you know, we still believe, say, Nanado is still the man who he says he is. He is a man who is not corrupt. He is a man NDC for a year of munina about him during his tenure as the Attorney General of this country. Omunyashi Enfano. Oyobia wa prepared himself throughout his life, say, Onyaman Penny Obedi. Enunsuntino. There's so ye bia no be krono or ye. Obedi minister. Never in the history of his tenure as a minister and an OJ salary. He never relied on the state for anything, not even for. Enunsuntino. He's never been corrupt. That is one. Two, let's get back to Martin Amidu. The issues raised by Martin Amidu in his report, those that were official to the state and not to the president, and then the unofficial ones he sent out to the media and all others, no. And then the response that came from government chair say, Martin Ankasa, he has never been truthful to us.
Sir.
To the extent, say, Oka say, you as Martin Hamidu, no, you have a 3-bedroom accommodation to take care of you and your staff. But it has come out clearly, say, even in the midst of the difficulty the state is going through, no, the state made accommodation arrangement for you. First, you chose those locations. In instances you chose the locations, no, you went back to tell the state, say, I did not me and coach you see, you know, but who for fry say more than mommy. If you were what, you started a jumbo. Next year, Jay, not the Martin Castle or Sapeno, yes, I could say, you know, so a manner. There was an instance Martin Castle open a dime beer. AESLR on my institution almost a dance no mahono. Omni Martin any jubilee house for call on a dino a crochet ya castle pay. Yes, I tell you more than who are Martins on there. Or no aqua a biom it will say there are structural defects or no who ya say yes your money bill. ASL ne o mane ka say ye pese uye we dwuma ntino ye be hwe na dia ma enu mpo no sa ba se ompe na ye nkomo na a get fund building which is a 10-story building. Last week I mentioned it here but na me nua air dispute, but it has come out clearly say the 10-story building get fund structure ye de ma Amidu enu nsumpo no o say onu obi antimi share sa building because of security issues. And so the president can say, yes, if that is your wish, we do it for you. And the keys suma komana. Or say security man and the keys in Ben, so you have keys in some coma the pod sumano.
Errand boy.
Now Martin Amidu, I never knew say he would always expect the president to hand over keys to him. We are Juma. Yeah, the dying Abril. Then I the braille no. Whether security man and the keys in braille a president nankasa
na ko person mampani nankasa be bia dan na no na ye official
na edan na ede safo na brain no na eye dan ya ye ba be bia no ara o mampani be wa bia no be say jikis no na wankasa kope kayi usika ye de ato ofutuo mu no nefa ko finish honom eno so aso mpe e basic asemo a o meti ase say no oni sika o de be ye na adwuma but see back in 2019 budget no more. On what show by say over 300 million Ghana cedis to run the office of the special prosecutor. On my no extra 180 million Ghana cedis. Scam me body. Usha ministries be wa omusi kampo enusa. But president per se kitat tishe ni proye eye ade a yen mano so ntino oka se mumfa sika no ma no sika no yetwa ma wo but in government sectors no se yetwa sika no ma wo na wan bisa se me sika no mumfa be mra mi a ebi mba but president person Martin ye adwuma no ntino even though he did not request over 60 million was sent into his account for him to spend. And no one spend it. And to when you know, unam and a o kasa. But I believe so there's a saying say that I can for a bear one of it to me a bunny ya mammy.
I'm just saying.
Say more you want to win to me and ya. Na aka atona akasakasa.
Untimi normal so kashiri.
But I'm also surprised because Martin Agalaka in Parliament say
he's going to try.
Ejuma de amano no. Okoso ahwe so betimi aya.
Onyini so obe succeed.
Onyini say ejuma no betimi aye. Nti enye gwanwa. So wentimi anye. But I believe say the President of the Republic ohwemu a obenya bema akukudurofo aye de say ejuma be hye nensa. A obeye ma oman no akonenim. Sebi o. Se Martin ni ho a enkoso ana enkoso
ba secretary die edisa bruha ha we nyina ba no eye ejapa
yeah
na after say Martin ka say o de we no mama ye come ne ba bi ma come and ask these questions into there aka 2 minutes no fa wie mama na menko
entino me de manu ebesi no I think say ye nyina nim say ejapa a idea eba as far back as 2017 yama cabinet approval a parliament both majority and the minority led by Haruna Idrisu omuhwemu and gave an okay. It is just the fact say the special prosecutor raised these issues again. Now I say yenim instances are issues are court parliament ama approval later the minority have said say adena ekos omumpe. A classical example creation of the new regions referendum open so say depa say eba na mumpo no in your manifesto because of creating regions engineer gitum say dey be bo man. After a few discussions omu say idea ebeboa oman na ebeboa MPP as a party
no cry yes about to a district
elections assembly elections
regional and almost support
but yebe to referendum elected
the chief executive
no mo pene so e mo say ade no mo pene so bio it is not new enya de foforo ndc eyomu suban na say suban board nso de it's a ginseng. What do you fancy?
But that's the secretary.
National
secretary. Now, once again, yeah, that's a so by
maybe can't say me. Sam Nash, a kuti bibia or ha. There should be a source. Won't you complain? I didn't to A4 so ever can't say.
Secretary.
And let us set the rules.
Me that's it. And that's the Nash.
No, but if you let him know, you say me a man of records. And Nash, I respect a very big platform.
Not on A4.
Nash. But when I quote, I'll give you source.
Nash. Omo 80.
Okay. Akura.
E bebre nim chen yen. and now Zuniano, and then we said the Mudimu and Sifantina Yano, Monsen Review, why I am Bessie about home blue. Because Mumia Nina, I say, I quite contrary, but to the every need, so we always as I mean, there be, me say, more politicians, more grown to say, more grown MPP Subank about young Sano. What will Subank? It's not about whom Sano. It's the young Cocoya, Subandia, and yes, also the Modia. On a more serious note, this Amidu this week, before my Bama Amidu. You account 10 minutes, no worry. Okay. This week, yeah, Antia Sempa, last week, this week, yeah, Lucy Young founder. Yeah, Oman Penny, Dada, John Rollins. Yes, she was full. Yeah, Medo. Papa. Sanu would be you. Nah, yes, we and Kuya. We see him train. And we are 21 here. Yes, and now the man is a hero. Sure. Rollins is a hero. Senator Kawati. In 1992, before you be democracy, more agree or accept it, Ghana Kabimami Kebia Membunun Kosono. GDP growth was negative 1.2. You can find out a record. Before 2000, Rollins Babifia Bemono, na GDP growth, it do 4.5. This is a hero. He's a great man. Because for 8 years, if he, as of 2008, now if he 4.5, about 6.8. It is record. You can Google, let your producers check. Clear. So the man is a hero. He has fought a lot for this country. He has fought a good fight. I'm telling you. Seriously. Before 1982, na Ghana, say in the look at star refugees within Nigeria by Ghana. Rollins, Nigeria, 83. 83. He was able to keep them elwak, protecting one till say Ubia them a qualify. Rollins is a hero. Before Rollins left office, he secured and committed $5 million for Kole Lagoon Rehabilitation Project. How the project, I don't know. Those are some of the bitterness in him. Before President Rollins left office, Kole Lagoon Rehabilitation Project Phase 2, he committed $37.5 million before he left office. And the source of my quotation now, let me give you the source. The source is page 99, appendix 6. MPP 2001 budget statement. Brand PP bar power. A bar power. No. This were the projector. We see. Yes. Rollins they share one. And every budget statement I have 2017, 2018 budget statement here. They accepted a lot of projector. John Dramani Maham, Ejama Omo. And then before NDC also took over in 2009. They also did the same. So it is clear. Chairman Rollins committed. Chairman Rollins a committee $3.75 million. Volta Lake debris and shores removal. So young clear in Shuna Volta Lake, because of transportation, boat near the name move clearly. But Rollins never saw that. It was Professor Mills, under Professor Mills. You can find out, records are clear. Sugakope District Hospital. Oh, me time and I may use to do. But I'll go to Amidu. You see, the corruption, I'm linking it to corruption. Oh, I'm linking this to corruption because Tema Sugakope Road, your friend is saying, your friend is saying, Tema Sugakope Aflau Road was a dual carriage. President Rollins, a secure, a committee for dual carriage road. Are you seeing a dual carriage today? Are you seeing a dual carriage? No. Said America what I say. So it is part of the corruption that went on. I have always said, mix it. Look, anytime
MPP aban be take office no Ghana ye koyechi
Samum,
I'm telling you Ghana ye koyechi before President Rawlings left office maybe let me quote
Abusia Ahaya Kingdom 107.7 and a Kingdom Kasafidi Ahodoa ewo Ghana and ye no di dwumadi Facebook we are live ewo Kingdom 107.7 FM ewo Facebook no so Nash NDC communication member on our floor Nash
let me just give you a gist corruption that's something I can you
okay
before President Rawlings left office 2000 Ghana Airways became one of Africa's most notable airlines which dominated West Africa routes with 4 flights per week to JFK and flight per week to Washington DC, additional flight to Atlanta, Georgia. You know, all these flights, Ghana Airways were pretty. And then let me give you what they told us before we gave them the opportunity to govern this country. I'll give you filler today. Yes. Sure. Page.
I guess we'll be the idea share.
Oh, sir. So we always retrogress when these people are in
now, so they
office.
So
they make what I say. Good. In 2004, one manifesto and can make a big to one manifesto. What they told Ghanaians was that we say Ghana Airways, no, Adibia. Okay, thank you. Okay, Tia, you what kind? What's it? Page 25, 2004 manifesto
of the MPP.
MPP, page 25, paragraph 7. Tia, you what kind? What's it? The national airline is being restructured and repositioned with private participation to restore it to its past enviable position as more efficient, reliable and scheduled regional and intercontinental operator in West Africa. Then they were on their way to collapse Ghana Airways. After telling us this is corruption. Because corruption, you know, you say you be discard to one kuto na ufa na corruption too. When you lie, you are corrupt. This is what they told us. Now let me come to Amidu.
Oh, you're surprised. Some Amidu resign.
Why wouldn't you be surprised? As a journalist, you should be surprised. I am surprised and you should be surprised. Special Prosecutor Office is an existing office. Ghana yentida. Ewo hodada krate borofubuno. Uko amanone Western world da was special prosecutors would take care of corruption. But Ghana no. Yeba betino. Neye woyomi. Jida. Sada. Ena RLG.
Asuntaba.
Bibri.
Isofoto.
Bubo. And I am happy say Binyana Tiha today. Now he is not talking about the fight against corruption, but he is now a corruption defender.
Oh
yes. He has come to sit here to defend corruption. He has left corruption fight. And he is here defending corruption. Look, as a Ghanaian, Amidu was to fight corruption. When you read the man's report, he said, look, his office was created. So we created the office, you know, to fight corruption, past and present administration. But the present administration, the president who appointed him, is interfering into his work.
President is responsible by saying,
responsible. Martin Bibi was my reading Bibi was the president has called for 24 hours protection for Amidu. Amidu should be careful. Amidu should be careful.
Is it
because these people, when they say anything, what can A B? Intimate chairman, say look at let me borrow your words. Also, Ushia Nanado, an MPP, na Uchiano, Uchiawa. Study the weather before you respond. If you are not your SRAM and Ashrain and which you are good afternoon.
NDC propaganda.
Friend propaganda.
Yanko.
So what you say? It's Amidu resignation. a surprise Ghana for you see a yadibia is a diyawo yemu. How much are we spending for free education? Ask your producers, let them give us figures. Here hand figures already. Someone says you prove. Let your producer tell us how much we spend for free education. And then let your producer again tell us how much is found. Our PPA boss in account too. So I sit here today, I tell you that I prefer corruption fight than free education because the people who are stealing are not GSS leavers. They are not school dropouts. Are they school dropout? Kengu Fuyata, Gabi Ochiridaku and Co. Are they school dropout? They are not. So when you sit here and tell me, say, it be a free education, free SSS na banity, a crime abafema, it's a lie. I'm robber be any hour for two, and you $2 million one day. Tell me. But Gabi Ochiridaku and Co. consultation low. We make $2 million. Oh, please.
No, but you can't.
About Japan, we are talking about Japan.
No, Matthias here. But
Rollins had a shock.
Don't link it as if say, you can talk about it there. But men can in such a way say, all
the MPs who sat in parliament to approve a Japan, their constituents must vote against them. Oh, seriously? Because a crown,
a DNA chrono.
Near woman say, Amidu report a buy no see. Fictitious, she said, dear my course war Japanuno. A bema mangno, aboka, or mangno conenim, a bushian chemfa, a bushie be no one at che.
Amidu can bushian once. Oh, there be none your tray and they say a bro from your tray. Me make a tree. Namusa said, oh, can you tree? It's been kind of bro. No. The Otron Brofono, Matthias and Nash, but for better and further particulars in Tini, the Otroyeno, which will be tree or Trobusian. What's a crown womb? Now, or Trobusiasm. I saying, Akra, yes, sir. Now, we should daily near Kuya. Mina member better Busiasm. 80 years Busian, a film that count a Busian, family and friends. Yes, I am interjective, but as I do sequence now with the air can once them. A Japano can once them. But don't add in say, Matiami do trust say family and friends. Abra family and friends in him. Nasha trust. Inti Matiami do some more trade. Opatrisi. Deal na a Japano. Okay. And ya dear, a woman na crong womb. Asamo kani. Chirimu na men kan obrofo o se kron ewom nti se kron wom dia let say omanpanyin na ote ade so no ono chese bia wodi krata akoma no a ohwe ya ohun se ya de papa ode ne nhyahya ase ma approve as won fan ko parliament no kura no by this time kura no he should be enka so ode ne adwuma kura to okay so they make what I say because the thing is fictitious and a fictitious deal akọ parliament and MPs are yet to abama mo see yam fight corruption na mun kudi ye nim ne yanku katase hye no mo de mo nsa akọ katase hye ne proye ase you've gone to approve say you say what approve no na minority yanka ho ye disagree because it's a strong woman ntenya dia ye di sabeshem ejapa so what you say na mode majority
na minority nka
na mode majority
na minority nka
na mo approve ye na monkoa moye. I think that you see when we fight corruption like the way Nana Danko Akufo-Addo e ka kire Ghana for I think you see me ba earlier no we a statement me na make say we ni se ne hu no but ya membu we na ma wo hu politicians as the same people because now corruption is fighting this government. Amidu say they are not allowing him to do his work. Who say they are interfering in his work? I'm not saying someone can answer, but me should mean from the response of the president. As I mean, Jim Amidu India, mean Jim Mampeni Sundi. And Tina Mensume make clarification. So mean Jim Amidu India, mean Jim Mampeni Indi because just a few years ago, near Omampeni and Kasakachayang about Amidu. No, are you not surprised? Amidu Omampeni is a more kafa Amidu. And Bob na basso only, infoni na Bob na basso. Se papa na ba be kun kata se hye ne proye ye nya je ni tumu who can report now? Make President Rollins Nyankopon Fani Crazy. He had a shock. Obia waku kata as chef for law. Now one report no. Asema Amidu kan o say o present report no. A Japan report ma Rollins. Emma Nanado Danko Akufo do bufu say adenti no the report no. Emma Rollins. I will report no me pacho. Please let your producers. Waka me pacho. Here is a record.
But come on, tell me you bet me a Ginedi.
Me say me nji Amidu
you be a trust.
Me say me nji Amidu dia me nji president Zundi Nanado Danko Akufo do me nji because onu na ma ye nya gidi e wo Amidu mu. Until today you cannot tell us how President Rollins President Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo o ma Ghana fu nya gidie e wo Amidu mu. People aka tell me you had trust in Amidu because of
yes,
Nanado.
I have trust, but
my brother sitting here or trust because of Nanado.
Yes, so if you tell me Nanado say you bet me a Amidu adi
na dey na wunye nini akwa na wunye Amidu ndi wo fa Amidu no ye ka say o ya bo jata bi ule keda no banai osibo odenesi ne di gori unim ye kan but mo de ne buy say on be ku NDC on be chiri NDC funtu wo yo make case on ba mbeku citizen vigilante mo board na baso mo si na konkon
wo be case
fa Amidu si mu kon ho board dondo di nechi si na konkon de ne to apakan mu so oba be ku corruption and the corruption ni mum no see the corruption rather is fighting the president of Ghana, and I'm surprised, my brother. Now we have left the corruption fight and we are defending corruption. And a free education is a free SSS. And then one funny thing I hear, we see free SSS bema koronga bafem, free SSS bema robbery abafem. Koronga kosu. Wangaka. We say baby membudu ne nina abema koronga. Na we video mu ya mu yi.
But is it not true?
Beba, one catch say one catch say wanga nko secondary school, wanga nko secondary school no one we. Me who say we program no, me buy mu documentary and then we was school and it is a funny things you are doing. No be this great. Etuana no, say we Etuana no say. No, I'm you know, it's corruption. You are corrupting the mind of the people. What I say? People above for a PhD, they do same. Why are we not talking about that one now and only yeka? People who still in government today are not dropouts. So let us concentrate. Corruption in yeka once a moment. I am passionate about that. Said America what I say. Kronga kosu wo ma we mu. Eneni nan say ya, eneli.
The man has sent the issue to court.
$10 million.
What's in no credit?
Enya no credit. Asemna Joy, sorry.
Eneli. $10 million. How much are we spending?
I say
me boss ni. Me say he's my MP.
Yeah.
I know him very well.
Yeah.
I can call him, I talk to him. O say odo
yeah.
But if you na ba no.
Right.
Enti na Amidu honge yi na di no.
Aha Kingdom 107.7 and a Saturday Medo Ghana.
Manfama no ensi.
We mesamba so. Medo Ghana dwumadie and e dey brown me di de Okatakyie Obeng mensa safi no joining ya. Facebook Kingdom 107.7 FM Facebook no so. Yane Yera Ebenezer Duku or your National Communication Team member, New Patriotic Party and a MPP Adenta Secretary Church of no and a Minu Nash. We are looking at Martin Amidu ni issues here and there. Now how best as a country you bet me akon edietia katashane project. Secretary.
Yep.
Because me be sound same bibi mami musa then you take it ahead. Say ohwe Martin Amidu NDC what power and normal yeah Ghana for nye GD wom. I have read a Twitter Gabi Ochida akon say a brand na nado airborne to ano ono mu di nkomo bi se katashe ne proye oba obekun atia because ne na ma Ghana enye den entumpon e no bom Amidu din kire wom say he is the person who gidi se obeye adwuma na na che so mu nim kura se bi aba no be win ti sama nana be ewini yes still onya gidi o Amidu mu e de papa ne baba ye adwuma they see any day in Yahu. But I'm looking at Martin Amidu in some not true, yeah. Say, as a secret, was by Kaka who say, can Uforia Taban who fee nipa be treating no any ade. So, Usha Martin Amidu, can we say, or you be a bit me a geneti name moment, a beer, the powers that be. And I'm man feel comfortable because Martin Amidu they were making it clear say no nim say mampani better anechi ba mampani nta anechi tin we ja actually you bet me ato Martin Amidu asem no atwen say because I'm asking this based upon say Ghana nyina ye interest say
sure
ye be kokata sha no pro
me da say I think say in the first instance no wa wo quote the Gabi Oshedako aka afa the president and the president in ye and the wadwin afa kitas she ne proye ho
sure
and say why na adwin say from the one no ope obi to say Martin out the be hye sa edibie no mo ma wahwe say corruption be a thing of the past. I believe say if the president didn't have that will in the first week appointment ember. Secondly, the president actually in his response to Martin Amidu no actually say nka the president ye bia the ta Martin Amidu echi no oye say usika eda ho umi say cry say ye the amount.
One of the things crying is say in government circles no
yes
whether you are institution whatever it is say your usika not one spend there.
It goes
It
back.
go back to the consolidated
Martin
fund, but this one they roll over.
Martin Nkwani Obia
Yan touch.
the sika. Say the year has ended. Who was kawo ofutu my goes back into the consolidated fund. In the case of Martin, so oya Martin inti. Yes, it's kana the amount. Ije ato ho. The be ya wodwuma be dey ebe koso. Enti what shows say president entanechi. Then they say president empese obebuano. They say president ye be awaye. To the extent of bending the rules to favor Martin. Say ubefa ni pani o maye ejuma. So be petition o office. Say wakatua empono. Betua ho ka no. Everything was done to make Martin comfortable. But he being who he is, I'm not surprised, like I said. Even the president of his party, who appointed him, or the year no, President Atta Mills.
Yeah.
To the extent that Atta Mills, NDC for nipa be feel say, oh yeah, obia on pekasa, empen wasem kwa, epa Martin.
Kokoburu, kani.
Kokoburu.
What?
Kamati Kobro president.
Yeah.
And they say we dey ka. Nkaka we ye.
Yes, bumfa.
Sir,
na mo anti so Kobro president. O dey dey bro president. To see twere won na eya.
But Martin Amidu there. You see,
this is na we see twere won na do one.
You can say
twere o see Professor Mense ho no. Amoni je ne o de sa twere no.
Martin Amidu momo one many previa is sent because Mampani pa Martin Amidu no what ya asem a Fuse friend saying Fuseni this
Alaji Inusa
Fuseni o say ese Mampani asosibodua o say Mampani asosibodua na Mampani wi ase la so obetani abeka no
oh yes
no dang no ho.
For me I'm not surprised.
You are not surprised.
I am not at all. I am not the least surprised
because president when Nanado appointed him.
No, people expressed. People did.
So what you say?
You see, you didn't say the president of the republic, no, or Adrian Parkma or mine. And so we all believed, say, in his wisdom, no, Martin Ebabeshe, ama ye current ministers, ayo mejumayi. But Nippon I didn't buy, no one else about try. And I believe, say, that is who he is. Say Wakoka say, a Japan deal issues about President Medo report. And you think that the president should not call you to ask you what you have written? And no interference. Okatakyie.
Yes, sir.
O say, what am I ejuma? Me say ejuma na the man no. Me nya whole report. Enti uni rights over frame say, Eben, I didn't know you know about say na unya this report say. Secondly, nipa na utwa asem ato omo so no. Wa ma mo akwanya say omo beyi omo ano e wo ho.
Well, I want to cry the secretary. So, what you asem na kasa na odwen ho a wonte ase because risk assessment because we no any investigation.
Any investigation.
I timido because court because investigation na ye frobi. But risk assessment in there. Wo documents na dey akọwe adwuma. But one Martin because you know say enko court ntino. And our trust say president as head of security
should look at it because it has security implications. Etima president Frobi say, I didn't know say what security implications no. Then the enye mfa ho. Then na uhu ya uka ode choose our reporting. The president has to know. It is the president Fro. No Martin idea oye but I said onya sa report here. Boni. President Kachi will say, ono a lawyer. The rule of national justice indicates, and I should say, who can't send out to be so by say Ufredi Bisano. And being put upon the bar, Ubenya more facts against the person. To the extent, say, also Udian risk assessment. But you began to impugn criminality on people. Martin issue sometimes, Udin
secretary and more politicians na ya mo pese mo take advantage just say ebia MPP realize 2016 no and na mo amate me the 2-year episodes our church ahodo ni na koye in favor against NDC and na oba your political circles or Ghana na anything goes against the government of the day no it's in favor of I can't say the opposition it nya no na ebia e ma mo ani gie ma Amidu ho a modern be ya adwuma yi a the same thing
I don't believe so. My strongest belief is say na president per se Martin a watch on his ministers.
Okay,
that is what it is. Na dia NDC aye twem dia say dia nka atoro je betimi aso moduam.
Okay,
say former Maslock boss mu ma me friend say
bibia tete o say
former Maslock CEO friend say under NDC
Obano otam oman sika 500 million ko to kunu a savings and loans company mo
je ni suye na current one no wa kan so account se ni si current wo o ka dada no na ne esi na anu ya no
na
dia
so
na
o ka sana metia ma
no bibia tinam tamaklo so
thank you na current one no pepe ni boy no
current one also
that mami ko tam 500 million Ghana cedis new currency e ko to and I ko share no kunu micro finance company mo
the current one eh
I don't know. The Attorney General is taking here on. But you per se, Martin, on may a check on our ministers. And also went to me and yet. But I'm not surprised because I said time or so the late president Atamos do away. Fellows of us watching the babies with sharp teeth. As a partner, papa. But in this case, in our current case, no. What is obedi Martin atem
anya asem na waka say mo den no ensem obekan
den na Martin be kan on kan den na Martin betimi aka bioma on kan well there's nothing under any carpet.
Try him.
Try who?
Martin.
He has said everything he has to say.
Okay.
And the working which of them is indicting anybody? Nothing. Martin is just being who he is. Controversial. See himself as the best of all.
Who are you, Mr. Mampeni?
When the Kuku Martin.
Oh yes.
Didn't the Kuku Martin?
Never who.
Then a Martin who? I will be who be that. What I call was one also called Professor Mills. Oh, the seat of presidency.
Castle.
Moti wa mo hwe so kwakwo president na nka moti.
But secretary, on a more serious note, you see, Amidu pan semino, odwe ho ensi o.
No, you can never say
and
all I can because say you na ontimi nye o. Say no odwane bibi o.
One say and then there we are living in an information world in
sure.
Because I've been thinking about it and opena me share series of material and I realize you didn't know can say adwuma na oba be ye no
try
or onyini so oba succeed na oba be try ahwe
onim no ho because ohwe martina ade obetimi aye me be gidi say ye ma na kwan ma ne ne citizen vigilante adwuma na oye no
oti akira na ko kasa sa
okokot sa onyoro do kokot eno do betimi aye ba say ka say martin ya ma we adwuma
Martin dasi
penipa na o munye adwuma koye interview
baba nash per the secretary came so share special prosecutor as an institution new one after now by a governance system na Martin di kan ba bontian be complaining say oni budget oni sika o de ye adwuma now share process a ye king
ya ma osika ebi kra ka
yes wa employ Martin was workers sa
yes for nipa
yes wa for nipa as many as you want
also to be
wa ye say nipa wo fa o mu yi obetua we kase yes koton konwa a obetimi di aye adwuma na ye di sika beto chest na sika na da hwa
bro
no atro krata say adwuma no
mejai
the happens of the 12th of November ntino we adwuma na enye politics na ye do you think say Nash Martin do you be a sister you funny serious Nash
you want to say na me
akra
meet you
mentra ha enkasentia Martin Amidu
no ye nyina obi
enkasentia no
we are just analyzing the
issue ne
issues
ding say ni ding officer ye kriti ye no okay officer uti you are very happy about it
sure yes
very won criticize officer but officer ye kriti ye no they went to bring an opposition obi belonging to an opposition party
and we've gone past that
I NDC member no problem he started young abresu no fi asese keta se ne pro no oka ho yasem and I commend him
sure
for that brave decision now to be taken in his own party. Can we see some today?
We are seeing many.
No, you and I.
We are seeing many.
Can we? Yes. Can we see some today, like Martin Amidu, NDC member, now or expose corruption now or this are where the buy gangantua. Na MPP fu show mu gangantua. Oh yes, I mean guys all know the word in the buy, but no man they popular be popular you can gangantua o ka say also create loot and share
and you justice joche
good no so Martin Amidu be came
I said any case no
what you say na mass had the buy so do we have to be hearing same today
say corruption be any
when we sit here and we are defending corruption I am yaw
no per the corruption oh say ke bi aye bete
who say
corruption oh say ke bi aye bete
eh Charlie asemabu
asema
na corruption wo man we mu
oh jai
asema wo kan na
me make sha yetumi di krata ko parliament 800,000 Ghana cedis.
When you type, when you baby,
what's a type? MPP a ban pen na obokro ngoni e kire wa wo se ya ade
na president bi type ade kra ekojina bedwam so o kan bo se ade na yira eno so e
kron e koso wo man we mu no kron a e koso wo man we mu no look Ghana is bleeding.
Nash, let's move beyond some of these things.
Ghana is bleeding. You see, Mama, Ghanaians now are saying politicians in Naipe. Because Niamu Katse Ghana Funo. You have not done it.
They can say, 1 village, 1 dam.
Why are you not talking about the fight against corruption?
We are on it.
That is the major thing. No, you see, fight against corruption built, look, free education and a corruption fight. Yehina Emma Omang.
Nash,
Yehina Emma Omang Konanim. Yehina Omang to
corruption. corruption doesn't mean say you allege na no say obi ay corrupt but
brofo waka brofo
so
they allege say brofo
mameka bibi ncho say aka say ebia na ashakoye sei ntwato so na esa there be corruption is when there are facts and figures to back our easy so the manasi azontaba investigations here about say yako to esca amount for bicycle riding nipa for riding bicycle
mutwasin abewu obi kase na otwa ne kase mo ya so nje ne bewu
coswe
nti akura ne mechanism yeah ne mechanism corruption ya dibia ebo man man ko nanim ayi na yini se emo man ko nanim nti mura na nado danko akufuado obaye na I am incorruptible.
I've never been
corrupt.
And
I can never be corrupt. No. You see, no kura no. Some of us who know, ye public records, no. They him say papa ne corrupt. Oh yes. As an attorney general, diplomatic passports got missing. They record the war.
And
as an attorney general, no, foreign affairs minister and a diplomatic passport.
And they say so be a jumana.
As an attorney general, he sat alone.
Let's not lower the belt.
We are not lowering. A record. As attorney general, he sat alone. 44 Ghanaians were killed, slaughtered in Gambia.
Did he kill them?
In Gambia.
Did he kill them?
Nanado couldn't fight for compensations for them. It was Professor Mills. Records were all. Let your producers educate.
Does it make him corrupt?
Thank you.
Tax. Boka. Do aeroplane.
So why are you not mentioning that the minister of
for days now you couldn't fight for compensation for those families? Now Professor Mills
you are comparing Professor Mills who was a president. You are comparing Professor Mills who was a president to Nanado who was a foreign minister.
When he was
an attorney general.
When he was an attorney general.
Why are you not comparing Nanado to your foreign minister?
When he was an attorney general.
I'm not surprised though.
Oh please. When he was an attorney general. Diplomat three women were arrested at Kutuka International Airport carrying heroin. Were MPP stanch members. 2008 before MPP Befia Benguno, na Okatakyie. Said America what say public record that everybody knows, we all know. So if you want us to go that time, we'll go there.
Not,
but then at the end of the day, fighting against corruption. Let me set the record straight here today. The president of Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is not ready to fight corruption.
Thank you.
The man is not ready to fight corruption. Japan deal Amidu see. All the report to buy he was one to hold on the report for a week.
For him to come and ask questions.
Which question? Which question?
No,
which question? Listen, question, but
is it bad?
The man himself.
Now, Amidu so the command there because you have sent a report to somebody in his absence, and I say, okay, good. Wait for me, me back. Does it make the president corrupt?
Papa ne office no. Enye officer say who catch this one.
But he sent the report.
Into the akoban no. And when he say, oh, go ahead, President Obeng she said the
so you wanted to instruct the man who says I am interrupting in whatever he's doing.
Obi abi wi ade no ma kire na wo say na mo koye hwehwemu ni ade.
What in the report shows Obi abi bi.
Wanga kire no.
Nash. What in the report shows Obi abi bi.
Me time nti. Say Amidu the report to come mampani. Because if oni staker anka one kasa one for report now.
Ankomano.
Now they are caught no say wait let me come. Na me hwe. Na mo bibia himself doesn't make the president corrupt not. Nash.
It makes him corrupt.
Said in
because you have brought the man. What did
viewers are watching so?
Who did Panaba say fight corruption? Now according to Amidu statement okay, me Martin Kasayo. Osi interference. I want to jumana oyen.
Interference
too much. It was resigning.
I hate.
What's interference? Now, Obika's interference. Let's just say you are not allowing the man to do the right thing.
But how can we believe the Amidu kind because
they don't believe the president too? They don't believe the president.
Nash. Sorry, and I'm in here because and then read them also. The entire ABA my madwin na mekyerɛ as a Ghanaian ebi ade nti ebetimi de ho ato president the innocent say after say president must reissue or more response to that. Sure. Amidu ntimi meka asem bia. So we take it say the president said there was no interference because as I speak now with you know Amidu meka.
What is also what threaten? What is
evidence when?
Oh, Papa na kasa.
Ono ase nipa.
City anyway, yeah.
Ose nipa o threaten. Go to the police.
So threaten.
Obi threaten or go to the police and report.
The man you employ to come and fight corruption. Now you are threatening the man.
Who threatened him? Who threatened him?
I will no, you are threatening the man. The man says he's been threatened.
By
Papa na can't evidence. Evidence when he can say Papa.
Can we just believe itself? No, so I can't say.
Listen, if I won't believe Amidu, I won't believe the president of Ghana.
Say,
oh no, nekofa Papa na ba is yenjenindi. So we have believed Amidu because of Nana do
did you
say or the neighbor fighting corruption? Mebua. Also the Amidu ba fighting corruption. And now Amidu is fighting the president. A president is fighting Amidu. They are fighting themselves. The two of them. Oh, you brought somebody to come and fight corruption. Say no, said another troll letter. Now, yeah, Amidu is troll crata. Now, they are opinion there. You say what dream of
diagnosis.
Who are drain or our canon? Meno ya drain.
Yes, your president in Amidu. In Kansas, it happened. In Kansas, it happened. Yes, you are Amidu, the president. President Ebe responded to Amidu in reactions. Wow.
Who the only second?
No, it shouldn't. And can just say, see.
They see between
I don't trust the president.
Then see between late Atamils ne Amidu.
And you can afford to that. By when no,
where's that?
And not in the
secretary.
Yes,
young corner, young tea for no so I drink a crack.
But before you tea for Bebamono,
and say Mama opportunity.
Yes, before you tea for Bebamono, Michelle. So, because say NDC, Ebabia or minor cononym, na say MPP bar, no minor a connection.
If he has
records available to us show say it is not true.
Okay.
You share the growth rates from 2000 through to 2019. GDP growth rates, per capita income, all that. Omai in 2000, Yabeji Omayano, ACAC Omayano. At that time, Omayano grew less than 4% of a GDP in this country.
GDP growth. It was 4.5 as at 2000.
Nah, 2000.
Yeah, 4.5.
Google.
Secretary. Can I say?
As at 2000, it was 3.7. And then about your minor 2000 and about 4.0.
92
years. Yeah, about 2008, 9.15. Now, per capita income in 2001 was $269. Yefi Abayemu in 2008, we grew to 1,211. Almost 1,000 cedis or 500% increase in the per capita income of this country. Yeah, the Omaino Ma NDC in 2009. From 9.15, no, just a year after, it dipped to 4.84%. Then, in 2012, in your oil, at a mill's time, with oil we grew at 14%. Unfortunately, the late Atamils died in 2012. And I had on my name the incompetent John Mahama. In 2013, from 40%, we came down to 9.2, almost 9.3, 9.29% of GDP growth. Yeah, Babaji Omayano in 2015-2016, the country was doing 2.18. In 2015, and 3.45 in 2016. That was how far Jomo brought this country. Per capita income in 2008, South American was $1,200 from $269. It grew at a mill's time to $2,345. And the command the incompetent one. As he left office in 2016, it came down to $1,931. And the John didn't also be ever from.
Okay.
And John is synonymous with the NDC. As we speak, on one of the NDC sacrifice say, "Ombedi or minus so." In the unlikely event, say we go out of office, and you have the nerve to sit here and tell Ghanaians say, "Momo ba no makonenim." The records are there to show.
Okay.
And to Nash, also a man of records. Go back and check your records. And I believe the Ghanaians are not ready.
Let me go to page 99.
Ghanaians are not ready.
MPP 2001.
Google Bank of Ghana GDP. Me say this Google Bank of Ghana GDP growth rate. Ghanaians are not ready to take this country back to where we came from.
Right. Secretary Medo say I Kingdom 107.7 what's here and our Kingdom 105.7 our Tamale Kingdom 105.9 FM our Kingdom 105.7 our Nkoko Kingdom 99.3 our Sunyai Kingdom 106.1 our Mankasim 101.9 our Kingdom Plus and also our Accra 96.9 our Cape Coast and na Takra Day also Muntie and Camp 100.1 FM our Kumasi and a 107.7 Samson ahwe our Kingdom Television so abusia baby amadri no mame activating phone lines no na yenjimo so adwen check akra 03025499929 03025499929 and a 03025472000 at this point no prepare yourself from now with TV no ho na watwe ho every TV no ho de mama radio so a na wadum set no e de amaye na yetim no adi nkomo ye 03025499929 and a 03025472000 na yentie omanfo so adwen kire kakra mo de baba echo hello echo
Steven.
Echo pacho kasa den kakra ma udi ni baba akasa free
If I'm a ticket course.
good yetio
I'm for you. My mind as a my family will say, I come. I Ghana for say, what I am a penny. I'm a penny, I have a court, not so on sure. And then I'm saying, what I got you there, with you. Not Ghana for what that I answer, what about that? And then, okay, if I'm pondering. But I'm not why you put the watch out for the baby. I go for the back and say, Senate of your court, or put in the name, may a coin. I told you more about two Katasha. I gave you a go for the winning coin, and look at the Fanaba. On the number, I'm not every example. A poor and dark away at the Chawaka, no away and Chawaka radio. I come up away the other than I died. Where did that on Sambata?
Echo Medo say yechia Cape Coast phone nyina nyame shira. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Minia, next day.
Adumo dini baby akasa free.
Yo, Nana man sense ni mikasafi obuase.
Sika krom yetio nana.
Yo, Minia me tia na beja phone nyina.
Thank you.
Na Minia and this ni ma min kan tia ni say. Ghana for. Enya de to ma NDC yo. NDC. Omutimi muwa Ghana da. So sha mamwo papa kufuado dia to forma. Ghana for any mistake da. Yes, I'm a friend of the former. Now, Paminka, Yura Mati, Amidu, Assembly Bikakra. Minia, look at some say, no dear. If I found no Kufado, why a mistake pass up, our parties are mine. I don't dear me, no Kufado, Yangre, 54. You want lawyers a Kukuda war, prepare this in me, Leo Pompamu, there's a lawyer a Kukuda war, make my hands up policing me. no performance Amidu am wentimam waye papa baye wentimam prostitute obia kasampoan wakasasa e kaya bo no e dia hono die e papa Kufado the man of 4 more to do more them why mistake the next year somebody we are when you MPP ni kukudam ni na omra MPP ni le benye mistake offering to and this le benye mistake offering to no man timi nkoso me da wasna me kamo
Meda say hello, good afternoon. Yemre. Mini odini ba bia kase free.
Kase free akra manjo.
Oh yo, mini e fro say.
Me dindi yima.
Yima yenko.
Bebe mi ka che o man na o ye presenter. Ase o kasama MPP.
Ese me kasama MPP on.
Because
okay.
NDC make kasa who put in more question now NDC MPP make kasa.
Menye sa on.
Na say the we dey o ye bias ni sa.
Mate.
Na MPP afi ya blom. And we no mo dey buy no. Afi dey ya blom. You know, you make you almost feel. That's it. Bye-bye.
Attend this in a casa, men can be why. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
We patrol dinner baby, I can say free.
I'm patrol your friend when you make a social dance your room.
I need your quantity, Ominia.
I'm patrol person of the
Casa.
Aha. I'm saying, and this in Casa, MPP for a band Jamoa. Ana omwatwe Ghana akwetwe no kwe afise enu na dia nyoma ya ton wo amandwa so ni na no and this fuba e wo pom ba MPP fuba pe na asanso afiri kosro afise mi yekuani hello
yeti o papa
mi yekuani abra NDC efi abandwa so drama ni mama efi abandwa so na grandma na say adwumewura yet on 7 cities and this is 15 Ghana. Yeah, the net is a word to memoir. And what's the MPP fund or Muka Bibiana or mobile figures and go on, but who bad down now? I won't crash and I will come now. Let him put what's the no correct. You better Banama, John Dramani Mama, not the Ghana of
Kobashas. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Opening patrol dinner baby, I can say free.
Mpati kaza siya asujama.
Yes sir.
Nicha NDC tapani owa yade akufo do ba e play kitchen o se be ba ni ntia no nkora ni na mo school muti kura na nkora ni mo school e se omo ni emu shuwi ndi e kazi mama se ye panicho ombra number 12 man ye panicho ombra number 12 ndi ile ba service ni ba choma yo mama ana apinyaku wa asujama.
Mate Medasi, why? Medasi. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
But you didn't have your casa free.
Your friend Kwaba Kwat be a taxi driver.
Nana, what are my ETO?
Say, your best friend NDC for. Omo my asun, and quantity. Nagana, Hayani, at you two quanko baby. Oh, just as you said, your mobile, almost a Gana, no essence save you, and the Kufa, I bet your pass as so. Yes, you are me, Yadesu, and Fienu. And a Ghana say you, Ghana say that man. And our colors is Kufu Bresu, Mamia, Ama Benua do Munia, the other continent piece of no moves, Mama, take put morning. The same thing on Muyan in the minimum. I think I
just an MPP 2016.
MPP, and Mammy Chow, dear. I'm MPP, who follow opposition. I'm almost NDC for your corruption. Yeah, I'm by you, yeah, because only the Nippon because now court in the big prison. And they MPP opposition now. I'm NDC for and you are mobile. Yeah, only the Biako court NDC back so 2009, and I think 2016. So many Bako pay, almost in the court. Almost about Ghana for Kaka because almost that MPP for ministers in the drum court, or many fat. Emo yesanka e competitive wom e kwa sambo man nika aden de Ghana boy eni asio omuni ma e ka trom yeni api papa
medase hello good evening hello Pacho dini baby akasa free.
I bache from my jet make us feel simple.
Pacho yetio. Hello. Opani mentio hu TV num kasa. Hello. Right on Timenka. Hello, good evening.
Hold on.
Hello.
Hello.
If I change anybody, I can say free.
Hello. I don't want to make a from Goberia.
I don't want to say.
I don't want to make a from
I don't
Goberia.
know what to say, Casa. I don't want to who's you.
Me we am NDC for me ajejemi. I mean, you know, me kasa pa.
Kasa yetio. Wa pray osre.
They make anyina NDC for me here dua bo mo kasa. Wo mo kasa do. Ah, campaign mo kasa tenten za na here dey. And Amidu wa here dey. Huh? Amidu Martin wa here dey. Wabafa Ghana gold and I wabafa Ghana aswa. Ah, when I you was I want to mean Libya. And no no want to me and Yagman and I quarana heading. Ah, me you master papa why you must say why you will my. But you have Kakana home. What you then again I do a pressure room, one other pressure bill. And this is what Casasa had a young
Nana, Medasi. Medasi, now that one probably has room to cry. Hello, good evening.
I know.
Mini Aldini baby, I can say free.
I'm asking a chairman from
Thank you. Young Quay.
Yo, mini I'm about my palm where Ghana mine.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Cassian man for the Ghana for any about to and yet, kind of my friend that John Dramani Mahama big Ghana catches a Ghana for ever refill. And the Ghana for NDC in John Dramani Mahama say, you need a refill. And the Ghana on the mini about who besides say, NDC transfer, they're finding at the 2 a year for Udia or my friend that John Lawrence and then I'm for the case when you're by the Queen. A Ghana Mamu, the young Fakasiana Buye. I ain't found on your my Ghana could see it. And then another Kufuado, and by ye. For my only vehicle. Now, on a break with another my Ghana. And then in your Swati, next training allowance, need to training allowance, and Mutabu, Ninamba, and not to a Ghana for Sadia, another Kufuado near BP. All that number one, you better to a battle. I want to ask me, I would ask.
Meso Medawa say. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Openi udini baby how can say free o?
I'm from the King Solo. Kasa free so now.
Me pacho yeti o.
I got your man say. Mose Nana do no corrupt now. Yeah, I can't say a friend evidence. Charles Bisu now, actually no galaxy. Video more this coming now. Then I know. Box contaminated you know I told you there are
some now working.
So you say opinion to one from Kadawi Nanka Ebunaka for Kahubi. So you're corrupt to be interview with a better you know.
Medase. Mame for my last call and I'm in penny for no emera maybe ewa. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Patrona Ucha to Dini baby I can say free.
The patron did was nice to make a coffee in Coco.
You know I eat you.
Patron that's the plan in my power with you. Because senior Obama or Pega for no medium common with me and my Mediano a quarter or 10 of Kamano. Because also other cases now. Sometimes interpret me bomb to a union also program now. When you see any Emma Fahudiana and Tiase Emma Omunium.
Okay.
But the wire a certain Name the American say you when I understand and the American actually told you say about your and so much party. Yet some a dream dear will be to me I had there. Necessary about so I able to don't bring a concern yenia. When was to say obit me a boy mine. No question say you nipa ba ko pe. Don't bring me be a bit near but the shame you may call the nipa ba ko pe. And bit my day I only ya. Any no abedan ko akufuado. That's it. Nyame do.
Menso Medamu nyina se ahana mede afrefo no ebesie. We are live on Facebook on Kingdom 107.7 FM and across Ghana Kingdom networks ahodo ni nyina no so no moti yenka ewo so na mamenko miraduku ye bre no aye be
sir
sema mienu enne memusa o me ofa ase Esquire JB Bibia Eboko.
Why Bibia Eboko? I think the Adentamai Abrizi Omo say Omuti YB.
Okay.
Na Menoka say for some time now no. A pro na Yeguswa Yebo.
Miji say ye.
Oh yeah. Adenta ye. From afar, no people among for be free na adenta, but yeah, I work from enim say adenta. Yeah, I told him say adenta. Okay. There are documentaries yeah efa ejuma YB aye wa adenta ho I think say you no mo share. Now one of these days no, ye bo ewo TV so. Ye bo bi kwa radios na man for tie.
Sure.
There is no electoral area ye nya bibi wo ho. Na
across board.
Across board. Me no ka say Adia Chia on electoral area by electoral area, visiting the people, letting them know what he has done. He said, Ura Adenta, Aminoka say as we speak. Sending Adenta Ashrain, say light, I will be there. There are places for a long while Nanka, street light in your chrono, any near beer, M7 Fata, and amount for you know. Why be modern Bontino? Street lights echo honina. Ejuma Waye, he's accounting to the people. And people are seeing what he has done. There are a few instances of people say, why be buy ye who no? Who no? Ejuma na Waye no. Ewo former wehu. You drive onto the roads which are new, which are just done. Can you be the color be ya? Nka emba enti message adentamai say obi nam na only message na the message o picture and say me buy in the 4 years to come no you see me but let the people of Adenta know say ubeye MP no money bebre wo ho esesa especially an MP in the caliber of YB. Ejuma leader of the parliament Ediamano. And also enti okoko kakra. No koye party ejuma kakra. No be Adenta so kakra. Cause say obi a MP yako ekoye loss ema oman no. So you don't expect say what to abama no say onko di MP. Na ade so sa chi a no onam wo so o constituency.
E no
enti pa wo ka say wa anko. Adenta he is the first MP Adenta Enya apart from Honorable Hammond, the late Hammond, I had to say Okasa of Parliament. Among the two running candidates in Adenta as we speak, why we stand tall? Onipa ojina wenim so campaign continue kasa. Odiko Parliament acquired day. Nipa na mo de dwuma na hye nsa no waye ema ayefe uhu akwan uhu school dan uhu kania etu pe we opeden
medase yera duku eye NPP Adenta secretary uhu constituency ne nash
me Madina
and also
de owo Madina akasa
Esujaman constituency bibia
ba ye kase no
Madina
na ya waso west
se wura Madina na me no kase ya eyo si obo se lawyer sosu.
Oh, okay.
O se o me je o man nfi nkwasum.
O me je constituency
no. Nfi nkwasum brebre ni amane ayekom. Ene udru ho baby ha se wo to galamse o Madina. Gota, wo to gota no. No nga se akọ high machine, no nga sa be kataso. Kingdom TV mu video, mama mu video. Ewo.
Wa me adwuma.
Mama mu video.
No. Awu akodi ka se.
Ma send video wo.
Kire se no ye.
So wo be tu gota no. Wo tu gota no wo twen ya no. Na afi wo san ko fa machine. Boka. Taxpayers mo san be kataso. Me the video na kire.
Me kire se omo ye sa na ye den.
So omo tu. Baby this can baby this ka. So what is a vantage point? What should be a wope vote in identity? And I miss a wood, but there is a wood identity as a wood to firms as one who good. It's a good.
Just almost to two for my
Miss you to two firm. Yepegata. But go and see. One a pipe and crop for pipes.
What identity?
A month
identity for what quiet gata.
Madina Menocas a month. A month soon.
Messi, I don't want to go firm.
I say, of
some other head, my
power. 16 days a year to about. Oh, why then? Aka 16 days e to aba na wo tutu fem amanfu nya
Madina
I'm telling you, come with your camera. I'll show you my sending video. My sending one video. Kingdom TV my sending
governance there you need
it's about continuity, but you see
stopping gap.
You see, it is about time as a politicians, you know, or when we give you the nod to serve the people from day one. That is why the one-term presidency, you know, I have endorsed it. To send in America for I endorse it now. Oma correcting one mistake away 2016 no. This year yes we have correcting a mistake no.
America is Ghana that.
Say that because what I say. We need John Dramani Mahama back. Ghana needs NDC back. Say the Ghana beteki ne into my pay fra will be on good track. John Dramani Mahama Bobano also obey absorb 50% of tertiary education obey absorb 50%.
Yes, you are free.
So we are more free real BC SSS was here by we are more friendly. One it
is the best so
give me
far.
the record.
The records are there.
Tell us the record.
The records are
there.
Science is the best so far. Social studies is the best so far. Mathematics is the best so far.
Obe provided laptops. I'm a mofrano. Free laptops.
I don't need them to provide in the 2 months.
Professor you chair laptop.
Me say, you chair Professor Mills time no. But the man in the 2 months.
Also about Debbie.
So you can Madina so when
because you trusting abewu.
You know come now so when I will say Mamina me akasa minua. But you have to tell us
Obi kaze
Yes Christo
Obi kaze ni fa lo hwe
tie
Obi soja ma
Yes Christo si afọ na she
onu ya neko
me da se but na me catch us say Yes Christo si afọ no o me catch Yes say Erade ene de edudin atutu ahohobone eti omusisi omuso ye nyankopɔ Yesu so say na mo azu me say eti hu na cha no me na no me say thank you na say ye
also by abolish the mandatory national service there be make come as suppose mandatory national service teacher for say we so be
George W. Nash, NDC communication member. George, it's always joy. Sir, Menin Nash, Ebe Asia, Madana Sepa, Pamina, no Casa, MPP, in the Adjument, how Nash, you cross with him, without questions. So well, we need 80 side humanity. Nash, Medas, Papa, say, baby, I would buy. Yura Ebenezer Duku, a national communication team member. New Patriotic Party and Adenta Okohonsoa on any party chief executive and I'm so on secretary wa Adenta or Shema Party in front of my party fra. Mo amoje brehwe o Facebook, mo amofa telephone friend across the world. Ya da munyina se na isi ni kageni esida. Ena ememene da Medo Ghana so eni. Medin do Okatakyie Obeng mensa meda boafo nyina se. Yo show nipa so a ne ho masem no. Sa nyankopɔ no hwɛ ye so anwumrei o maye na enye ye de. Na mamenchia eye yura ose prempe kwama de hye no we chief executive Eddie McGoyle lawyer medase papa nyankopon hire no pa wo ye no so no Ghana yeni aso na mi ankasa nso mi rapa ni ba kon Yewura Wadako, oya former chief executive, to and a boss. Chief, also enumerate me was papa, some of Jibrana Mutimshe Jumedi, no, the American Senior Coupon in Shram. Medo Okatakyie or Ben Mensa, Adum, a bottom soa, and then now what we don't forget, so Ochina Kudaru will be here. Nyamenka will be out.